Hey, this is BlindFox, and welcome at my ration review. Please support the channel, please subscribe, please go and donate on patreon.com. So today it is the lunch portion of our MRE International Ration Pack Day 4 back in 2023. I think this was special pack for the supplier because I couldn't find any reference to the same stuff on their website or not on the in the menus. We've got raisins, we've got biryani, which is sort of a Indian, I'm not sure if it's Indian or Indian inspired dish. It's rice, it's sometimes a bit got a burn, it sometimes uses a spice that's very similar to cinnamon taste. It depends which flavor they have. So I've had the raisins here if it is a curry flavor, and if not then it will be nice to eat. I've got the chutney here for the same reason. Chutney goes good with sort of curry-ish flavors, although it's such a little bit of chutney. For us, we normally use chutney with curries because it brings it a bit more to the Malaysian side, I think, of curry dishes, the sweet curries, which I think is sometimes more popular here in South Africa, in a certain part of the country and not in another part of the country. We've got people from Indian descent and Malaysian descent. So if you are in Cape Townish, you might get more sweet curries. If you are in the Durban area, you might get more Indian inspired curries, although I don't know if they have sweet curries as well. Gonna do our little super C. Gonna do our peach apricot drink, which we have done a multitudinal of times. Here is salt if we're gonna use it. I might not. I don't really use a lot of salt, but you can, and it's quite enough. I'm not sure how much grams of salt there is, but there is, if you let's see, it's quite a bit of salt in there. And then you've got the tea, black tea, and I'll go and mix everything up. This, by the way, takes a cup of water. So while we are waiting for our food to get ready, here's some of the raisins. This looks like Thompson, which is just normal sun-dried raisins. They're just popped in the sun. It doesn't look like OR, which is firstly give a live bath and then put on racks in the shade. And it doesn't look like sulfur that's dried or dipped in a lye solution, then completely dried in the shade in the presence of sulfur smoke. Nice sweet raisins, and I see there's still some stems. They didn't clean it properly. I'm shocked, or didn't remove all of the stems. One of the cleaning processes when you prepare raisins is actually to remove, besides washing them, you remove the stems from them, because when they are picked or when they are picked up from you put the whole grape, a whole bunch of grapes on the ground, or on whatever process you do. You don't do the individual grapes, so you still have the stems and stuff. It looks like they didn't remove it properly, but anyway, here is our peach apricot. It's still very sweet to me. No sourness, which I don't like. I like a little bit of souriness with my isotonic drink, because it's sort of helping first quenching. This stuff is just extraordinarily sweet. It does have peach apricot flavor, but it does have a funny smell and a funny taste sometimes. No, this is just a weird drink, besides the color that's pink and weird. And we've got our tea, which I don't know if steeped enough, but it's steeped a bit. Again, just a normal black tea. And you really need the tea and the coffee as a balance for this, very sweet. So while we're waiting for our food to boil, it's take around 5 to 10 minutes. See you later. So, let's zoom in so that we can get our camera to share more light here. So this is our biryani. Chicken pieces are real. The rice is very soft, but the chicken gives the structure. It's got sort of, not really a curry taste, but it's got a nice bite. Nice balance of, not a lot of cumin. Sort of a balanced taste. No overwhelmingly taste of anything, actually. I don't get the cinnamony taste that you used to get into the biryani. It's not bad. So we will sort of zhoosh it up a bit with our chutney. When I have to compare this to the normal curries I'm used, or the normal curry that's not sweet curry, much less cumin in this. If I compare it to the other curry dishes, the chutney is not as sweet as I'm used to chutney. It's a bit more vinegary. So therefore we will add a bunch of raisins in here. Nice big handful. And again, the raisins go very nice with the biryani. It does complement the slight burn that it has, being a curry-ish type dish. Although not overwhelmingly cuminy, the sweet goes well with it. So you can add some extra salt. I'm not going to, because, as I said, I don't use a lot of salt. Because I don't always taste salt, funnily enough. It's just weird. And we've got watermelon, which is one of the sweetest things, I think, of the Super Cs. Now, although it is sweet, it also does have that sourness that the Super Cs have. So, I'm sure it's watermelon. A bit more soury. But all of those is a bit sour, but this is one of the sweetest ones of them. So what do I think? Super C nice. I've reviewed them a lot. So chutney, a bit vinegary for me. This is definitely, I don't think this is Mrs. Ball's, which frankly, if you can get in international shops, it is a South African chutney, and it is a brilliant chutney to eat with your curries and stuff. Alright, out the drink, not bad. Although it does have a funny smell and sometimes aftertaste, and not everything dissolved properly. Tea, it's just normal tea. Our raisins are just normal Thompson raisins. Our biryani, the chicken meat gives it structure because it's a bit dry, so you have to squash this, I think, beforehand. I think I forgot. The rice, very soft, which gives softness to the dish, which it needs because it is real chicken. Oh, quite nice. Nice lunch. I'm stealing myself for the dinner. I don't like pop. So this was the lunch portion of the MRE International Ration Pack Day 4. Expires in 2023. As I said, I think this is a special pack for the supplier where I got it. So thanks for watching. Please support the channel, please subscribe, please donate on patreon.com, and see you at my next ration review.